Good afternoon. I'm just going to briefly run through our announcements for this afternoon. Just because of the length of our meeting, I want to make sure I give us adequate time to go through our SC Ready testing stuff. It's a pretty intense stuff that we need to make sure we have everybody on the same page for. Just a few announcements. The month Child Spirit Week is this week, and I put that information out in Parent Square. They have themed days that I've also linked on the Cricket Connections. Just please encourage your students to participate. We may have some guest readers in this week from our school board. I got a heads up that we might have that happening as well. So just want to make you aware. Tomorrow, and we're going to talk about this more in our faculty meeting, is our Ridgeview High School students volunteering. It's their National Volunteer Day or something that they do every year. And so they talked to Ms. Satoski about sending roughly about 24 to 25 volunteers from about 9:30 to 12:30. And so Miss Smith will go into more detail about how that'll look tomorrow, but it is an optional event where we'll have a few visitors in the school. This is the last week for lunch coverage, and we really appreciate our related arts, our RTI, our instructional leaders, our bus TAs or our bus drivers who helped out, as well as our TAs who have helped out. And the reason why we have to stop is because we move into testing season where we have to get everybody trained for the state testing, but also it's going to be a little tricky with coverage with all of the events going on towards the month of May. So we were able to maintain this from about October, maybe even November till about May. And so our hope is to look at doing something like this lunch coverage next year. Third through fifth grade town halls, they're going to be on May the 4th. And we're only doing those three grades because we want to do something related to testing, a couple of encouraging words, but also helping students understand the importance of the test and what they need to do. And then we have our Syntagix that rolls live on May the 5th. And so you have received a parent square about that information about what it does and kind of giving you just kind of an overview. It doesn't seem like there'll be much change in our operations this year. My example for that is if there's a student who needs assistance on the playground, every grade level does a great job of calling for an administrator out there or calling for assistance. They communicate well with the front office. Just a reminder that our for certified staff members or employees or contracts, the deadline to sign those are May the 10th, and I think you have to sign them by 11:59. And as always, if we have not communicated about your contract status and you do want to chat with me, please reach out because just for as a professional courtesy, we want to make sure that we're on the same page there. And then our end of the year bulletin that goes out every year. So I'm going to try to get that out on Friday, May the 26th. And so I kind of want to give you an idea of what that might look like. So I am going to close out of this screen and I am going to show you what that looks like. So this was, let me see, this was last year's bulletin. And so it had a roster with everyone's name. And then right over here, it had a checkout. In each one of those, it had a Google form that you would click on and answer a set of questions. That was for the classroom checkout. It's a little different if you're leaving the school or if you're staying at the school. There are different things you're asked to do. This is the checkout list for the front office and admin, just kind of things you have to turn in, cell phone number for an emergency contact, your t-shirt size and polo size, just so we can collect all that information every year in the event that we give out those things. We usually base that off of our beginning of the school year gift, middle of the school year gift, and things of that nature. Your access cards, if you plan to hold on to them over the summer or not. Of course, if you're leaving the school, you do have to turn those in. And then our work orders, we always give you an opportunity to give us any work orders or wishes, anything that you might want that you think we might do in terms of furniture wise or technology wise, or any work orders that you need for your classroom. So take a good walkthrough for your classroom. Then they have two technology checkout forms, one for if you're remaining at the school and the other one for if you're leaving. Then Ms. Dow usually has her STEMS checkout form. And I'm going to just kind of show you what that looks like really quickly. And then just resources, kind of your thoughts for next year. And then your exit survey. which is usually by administration, just kind of reflective stuff, but as well as feedback. And so we will probably roll that out on May the 26th. And so let me go back to the presentation. The last thing I wanted to talk about is May the 30th as being our fifth grade promotion day. We will have two events that day, one at 9 and I believe one at 12. So you will expect a lot of visitors in the school. That will be the one day or one of the days that we ask people to be dressed to impress. We typically have a clap out day as well in between where there's an opportunity for students to be recognized, where they're walking through the halls, where we do a parade, much like what we did for our Veterans Day parade, where we line the halls like that, but we do that for our fifth grade students. So these are all of our announcements, and I will see you shortly at the faculty meeting. Thank you.